It's high noon.
Welcome, everybody! You guys like the hats? I drew them last
I
time.
love it. They're wonderful.
We're looking quite dashing, if I say so myself.
You guys will do well to remember these hats because these are the hats of today's participants.
Howdy, partners. My name is Jibril Galliope. Everywhere I go, I seem to bring calamity, and it's really putting a damper on life. But I look up to my Lord, Mori Calliope, and I know that she will lead me, all of us, to salvation.
And ever since my ex-lover Bones Malone left me and became the mayor, my life has been in shambles. You see, I've had to take to a life of crime, of banditry to support myself. And a fine, classy lady like me cannot continue to live on the streets like this. So I have made it my one mission, my one goal in this life, to finish off Bones Malone, and I shall not rest till he is buried deep within this here earth, 6 feet below.
Oh! My name is Bilbo Wagons. I'm wagging my tail, otherwise known out in the West as Bilbo the Kid. I was raised by wolves. I'm gonna do my best to hunt bones and kill people and raise them up with my silver tongue.
Alright, I think that we're all settled and everything else we will figure out as we play. So, with that being said, are you guys ready to get started with the game session?
Is it okay if I go to a quick meeting out in the West because I forgot to before it started?
Go for it.
Does need to mark her territory.
I need to mark
To
my
mark your
territory.
territory. Take a big old sip of this Western drink, which is a triple shot espresso latte from the Wild West.
They
Thank you,
make those
bartender.
out there? Triple shot espresso latte?
I mean, I heard they make pumpkin spice lattes. You know, anything that you can find to make a latte out of. Maybe
I
rattlesnake.
used to drink lattes at the manor of Mr. Bones Malone till he left me, that rotten-hearted scoundrel of a man. Now I have to steal if I want myself a pumpkin spice latte.
We'll find out why. That's a true mystery. Why did Bones Malone leave you?
Oh, he's nothing but a pompous two-timing knave, that's why.
Just
I marked
amazing.
my territory. We're good.
Marked it. All right, we're good to go. All right, here we go. Welcome, everyone, to the Wild West. No, shouldn't I say the Dying West? Well, it wasn't always dying. The rolling plains, the sandy wasteland, broken down backwater towns, plenty of wildlife living freely out on the open range, not unlike the outlaws that, in kind, raced with reckless abandon about the wide open West. And yet, the West is dying. We zoom in on the small town of Sweetwater. It's not the most refined, yet neither is the most, beatnik civilization out there in the West, right? It's fine. It's got your essentials. Saloons, churches, more saloons, more churches, the main attractions. Plenty of stores, plenty of people, plenty of wayward travelers making their way through, though in all honesty, truly, the church and the saloon are the main attractions, especially the church. Yeah, but we don't have time to pray to the Lord, though. No, not here. Even the God-fearing outlaws forming the posse that we follow today had a job to do. 3 strangers who had never met, but all shared one thing in common. They were in desperate need of cash.
Oh.
The dimly lit saloon was buzzing with the early morning drawl of the day drinkers, and a figure shrouded in dark clothes, facial hair, and an old rickety hat was sitting at a table for 4. He turns lazily to the side before spitting some tobacco into the nearby spittoon and focusing his gaze on the saloon doorway where his awaited compatriots might soon enter. But who could it be? That's where we meet our first rabble-rouser in this here roster. As soon as this person walks in, fear is felt throughout the entirety of the saloon.
Move aside. It's Jibril Galliope. Get a good whiff of this. What you're smelling? That's my lord, Mori Calliope.
You really stink, says the man sitting at the table.
That's my lord you're speaking about. I will not stand for this blasphemy.
Your lord smells to high hell, but I can put it aside. I've heard about you. He introduces himself as Travis Tumbleweed. We should wait for the others to show up, though, before I start.
Your hat's stupid.
Okay, what do you not like about my hat?
Just don't like it.
Fair enough, I don't like your hat either. And as soon as he says that, a wide shadow falls over the inside of the saloon. A figure walks in with a hat so wide, it covers their eyes.
I'm Bilbo the Kid. I sniff out with my senses who I'm supposed to meet. I see those two stand at the table, and I growl softly. And I walk in front of them and be like, "Are you who I'm looking for?"
The Bilbo the Kid, I've heard whispers about you, which is why I wanted you for this job. You did a stagecoach robbery, didn't you? This one over here with the stinky hat is, knows what'll
Stinky
happen.
hat!
Yeah, it does smell a little. We've already been over this. I hate your hat, you hate my hat. We can reconcile that with each
Well,
other.
I hate your name, too!
Travis Tumbleweed.
Travis
Wow.
Tumbleweed, more like Travis Dumbleweed.
All right, well, I've been called that before, so... while this little kerfuffle is happening, there's a figure standing in the corner that nobody noticed, wearing a straw hat, observing the situation. Somebody might call this person a nobody, but eventually Travis's gaze falls upon that nobody and says, "Oh yes, you. What was your name? I don't even think you got a name, right? Right?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I have a name. I used to be the betrothed of the mayor, Mr. Bones Malone. I was his missus until he left me, that dim-witted arsewipe of his. Then won't you help a lady down on her luck? Won't you buy this lady a drink? I'm awfully parched, mister."
I might be persuaded. Let's see. In order to persuade this gentleman to buy you a drink, would you like to use your class, or would you like to...
Yeah, I'll use my class. I'm a classy lady who needs a classy drink.
Oh no, oh goodness gracious
Oh
me.
dear.
Sorry,
I'm
miss.
watching horror.
I'm gonna have to pass on that for now, but you know, I could be persuaded if you get this job done properly, then maybe you'll be worthy to buy a drink for.
Well, all right, let's hear about this job then.
Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. The job that I want to do here requires a certain amount of people. It's a pretty big job. It's a stagecoach robbery of an esteemed figure. I don't know the name of the esteemed figure. All I know is that it's carrying 50 bottles of high-quality whiskey for the taking. I want that whiskey. Yeah.
Now, I knew me a man who liked his whiskey.
Oh, did ya?
I sure did. I'm having my suspicions already about this.
I hope that you find what you're looking for in the midst of the mission, but at the same time, make sure that, you know, you keep your eyes on the prize here, which is the whiskey.
Wait, how much are we getting paid?
Yeah, hold on. What's in it for us?
I'm
Yeah.
offering each of you 10 cash.
Now, where did you come into possession of so much cash yourself, Mr. Tumbleweed?
I give each of you 10 cash. Fine, that's 30 cash off of me, but selling all of this whiskey is gonna net me something like 200 cash.
Well, that seems a little unfair. Even the dog knows that.
But
Yeah, what if
but
we
then-
take the whiskey ourselves and we sell it ourselves?
Then your debt will eventually come calling. I will find you.
Oh. Well, if that is the will of more Calliope, then so be it.
Do I perceive
Realistically,
any lies within him?
he is not lying about what he has said to you about the job and what he wants you to do, and he does intend to give you 10 cash.
I think we can trust him, maybe.
Bilbo, can I ask you a question?
Sir, ask me anything.
Can you find out if he really doesn't like my hat? I can't tell if he's lying or not.
Oh, hey, excuse me, Mr. What in tarnation? I forgot your name already. Do you like this old feller's hat? The fluffer one?
Oh yeah, the heretic. Yeah,
What?
it's fine. Nah, actually, I think it's a garbage hat. It stinks. You think that he kind of likes it a little bit?
I think he's being what you call, a tsundere.
Ah,
I think
heavens.
he...
Oh,
I
okay.
knew no one could hate more Calliope's stench.
I'm gonna strangle you.
Jibril, see if he'll buy you a drink.
Oh,
Seems
yes.
like he likes you.
Hey, I know we've had our differences, but I can sense that we have something like a friendship brewing, maybe even something more. if we could maybe talk about it over a drink or two.
Okay, that's a very
Whoa.
successful roll. And
Yes, gotta get a whiff of that. What does it smell like? What does she smell like? What does my lord smell like? I want to hear it.
smells like roses and dandelions. All right, I'll buy a drink for all of you.
We would all like a pumpkin spice latte.
I don't know if they make that here, but I'll ask them. So he goes to the counter and orders 3 pumpkin spice lattes. Yeah, Travis raises his eyebrow at what you say. Did you really know the mayor?
I did not simply know him. I was his betrothed, his lover.
Oh,
till
my.
he left me. That simpering simpleton Bones Malone.
Oh man, that's pretty rough, madame. Do you got any plans to like take revenge or something?
Why, I sure do. And why might you be asking? Are you also interested in a matter of revenge against Mr. Malone?
I've thought about it, but you know what? You complete this mission, I might have another little something involving the mayor that you might be able to help me out with.
Whoa.
Now I surely am interested in that. Looky here, and I slam my gun down on the table and tell that
What
it's
jumps?
engraved with his name.
Did you?
This gun, this is for him. He shattered my maiden's heart into 1,000 little pieces, that
What
scoundrel.
a disgusting man. Lord, what is your views on adultery?
Don't cheat. That's bad. Be nice to beautiful ladies.
Yes.
And also ladies
That's
that aren't
right.
beautiful. This has been real nice, but you know that stagecoach is getting ready to hit the location. It's just outside of town. It's coming into the town, matter of fact. There's an outpost. It's going to stop out front of it. It's a stagecoach followed by several wagons, and they're all full of whiskey. Steal as much as you can. I'll lend you a wagon myself, actually. You can take my wagon, try to fit as much whiskey in there as possible. Do you have a horse?
I do have a horse.
If we can use your horse, I'll make it 12 cash per person.
Then you betcha I'll use my horse.
I hope your horse is strong.
Does your horse have a name?
Her name is Dasher.
If it's a small amount of whiskey, I can't give you the full amount of money. So you need to try and put as much whiskey as possible in that there wagon. When we meet up after this, you'll get your payment. So go ahead and take the wagon around the back of the church. You can all be on your way, and we can just call it done after that.
What
Nice
wonderful
weather.
weather we're having.
It's very lovely. How do you guys walk about to the destined location?
On all fours.
I'm on my horse.
I'm a seasoned speed walker with my fancy boots.
Former Mrs. Bones Malone manages to keep up with you pretty well.
What in tarnation did they put in that drink of yours?
Caffeine.
Maybe you should be the next horse.
As you're making your way with the empty wagon and your horse is pulling it, you can tell that your horse is struggling a little bit, simply because you are very large and your horse is very small.
Keep up, Dasher. This is what more Calliope willed for us.
Nay, I believe in you, my owner.
I
Do as
give
you
Dasher
say.
a kiss on the head.
Nay, Dasher likes it. So you guys mosey on over to what appears to be an outpost. There's one small outpost along this stretch of land. Just as described, the carriage is present at the outpost. It is stopped there, and a couple wagons are in front of it. It's still a little far off from you guys, but Calliope and former Mrs. Bones Malone, you guys managed to get to a nice rock that's not too close to the scene, but it gives you a moment to be able to review the situation if you would like.
I'm reviewing the situation.
You're reviewing the situation. You want to look? You want to squint?
Well, I don't have such good eyesight.
I'll do it for you. Let me
Mm.
squint for
Honey.
her. Something's in my eye!
Oh, sweetheart, let me help you with that. I stick
Fine.
my fingers right into your eye.
You can stop. I'm not crying. It's definitely not because you poked my eye. I just never seen such a beautiful woman like you before.
Oh, isn't that sweet? If only Mr. Bones Malone's was just a quarter sweet as you.
Does anybody else want to roll squint on the situation, or do you just want to go,
I would like to go forth and scout the area.
okay, You leave the other two behind a rock and you go ahead and scout ahead on all fours. Seems that there aren't really a lot of people around, which is good, albeit a little suspicious. It feels a little strange. There is whiskey inside of the wagons. That's good. There is one person inside of the stagecoach that is at the front of all these wagons carrying whiskey. Again, doesn't seem like the caravan's moving though. It's a little strange. Still, even though there's no one around in the immediate vicinity, you feel a little unsafe.
Hey, everybody. I see a lot of people out there, but not a lot. I feel like they're missing some. It feels unsafe. There's also a guy in the station wagon acting mighty sus, but I smell it. I smelled the whiskey inside, so we're at the right place, but
Now, you don't suspect this here could be a setup, do ya?
I think it might just be that.
Perhaps you can use your guile. See if you can find any varmint that are hiding in the shadows.
I drag my finger through the dust on the ground and I bring it up to my tongue and I give it a little lick.
Oh!
Okay. There are people around here, but they're not spread out. You can taste that there were 3 different types of boots around here. So you gather that they are probably together. But you don't know where's the problem. You just know that they're there.
They shopped at the same shoe store, it seems. Someone has some mighty strong tasting toes.
That is an impressive display of skills right there.
Thank you, Mrs. Bones Malone. I blush and I look away. I've never had such a beautiful woman compliment me before.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we should try to locate these here.
You just find that you're not really good at figuring out where people might be hiding. You're a little worried you might be out in the open, and sure enough, a shot whistles past your ear.
Get down, Mrs. Bones Malone! I tackle her to the ground to protect her.
Bilbo scans the horizon quickly. There's a big pointed rock. It looks like a big old triangle pointed to the sky, and you get the feeling that if some varmint wanted to shoot your compatriot, they might hide behind there.
I would like to take out my knife and head towards that direction.
All right, you succeeded. You hustle all the way over there with your knife. As you're approaching the rock, you hear some voices, some scrambling of feet. Oh, goodness gracious, I think they heard us, brother. I think they heard us. Quiet, you, quiet. If we don't move, they won't know that we're here. Just be silent. Be silent. I don't know, bro. I feel like someone's coming this way. What are we gonna do? As you turn the corner, though, 3 faces of varying sizes and shapes look at you with big old eyes, wide as the moon. Ah! And they scoot backward and they hold their guns. They point their guns at you. Don't come any closer. We can settle this like men.
Say, hey, chill down, everybody. Your boss just sent me for reinforcement.
I'll show you a little picture of them. They actually believe your lie real quick. Oh, wait a minute. So you got sent here by the Reverend, too, to take out these 3 outlaws?
The Reverend, yeah, the Reverend.
Yeah, the Reverend Louis Devlin.
Yeah, Louis Devlin, yes. He sent me here to give you some reinforcements.
Oh, okay. And so that's all well and good, you see, but, just so you know, you don't get a piece of the bodies like we do. Especially the big ones. I want the big one on a stick.
I don't know if you want that in your body, but okay, you do you, whatever.
I sense people talking shit.
What do you reckon we should do?
I believe we should kill one of them and then we torture the other 2.
All right, shall we try to sneak up behind them or just go in guns blazing?
Well, I don't think I can sneak, but you sure can try. I'll back you up. You don't know this about my gun, but I'm something of a sharpshooter, kind of.
I don't believe we've made acquaintance. What'd you say your name was?
Oh, my name is Bilbo the Kid, Bilbo Wagons. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Pony Mitchell. Nice to meet you.
Once they go for the handshake, I would like to stab him in the chest.
Okay, directly in the chest. Big old stab
Yes.
wound. Oh, goodness gracious me. You knife him in the armpit, which kind of just, the knife just goes in between chest and the arm. Was that you joking, Sonny boy, or was you trying to stab me just a minute ago?
Oh, sorry, that was my bad. This is just my, like my welcome stab. It's just my mark of like, hey, nice to meet you. Now you're marked as my friend.
Here, and now you have 3d6. Good luck, hustler.
I think it's over.
Bilbo, you all right over there?
Never saved Bilbo.
Help! Help right now, help!
That's the words you use. I'd say about a minute has been up. Wait a minute. I know you actually. Wait, you're not the backup. You two roll up. What do you guys choose to do when you see this scene before you?
I pull out my gun. I use my big deal calamity.
Oh, yeah!
Miss Bones Malone, tell me who to aim at.
Aim at the round one.
Give me straight more calliope. All my dice.
Let's go. You managed to put a big old my leg. You hit him right in the leg. You hit a major artery. However, instead of actually deleting him from the face of the earth, Bert the Hurt takes a condition. Leg is unusable at the moment, so he's not getting away or running away or anything like that. However, your shot causes this large individual to crash into the other two. They fly backwards and then their guns go off and shoot into the sky, which causes a commotion down where the wagons are. You hear somebody opens up a coach door and goes, "Oh, dearie me, I gotta call the sheriff."
Where's she going? Catch her! Catch her!
Well, you bark so loud that nobody for miles can hear the damsel in distress. No one can hear her cries for the sheriff. Help, help! No one can hear. Now the criminals are all laying on the ground in a big pile. My days, what was that? Who did that? My leg! I don't know. I don't think this is worth it anymore. Oh, we promised Ma and Pa that we'd bring them dinner.
I would like to climb on top of the rock and make a show of my shot. Which guy was the one that Bilbo stabbed?
That was Pony Mitchell, the middle guy with the mustache, the most normal out of them.
Alright, I aim to shoot his hat right off. Say, this is a holdup. We're here for your whiskey, and you've got a choice to make now, mister. You do. It's either your whiskey or your life.
Pony Mitchell looks at you with wide eyes and says, "Oh my goodness, boys, we've been had! I don't think we're having dinner tonight. We are the dinner!"
I bite the bullet hole of Bert the Hurt's leg where he got shot. Down to his bone.
Nasty.
Sink your little teeth into Bert the Hurt's hurting area. Oh Lord, please, we'll tell you whatever you want. Just please don't hurt us. Oh my goodness gracious me. Please understand, we're all brothers, you see. We got the same parents, my ma and pa, and they got the same parents too. We're all really well connected with each other. The good Lord Almighty, just like the Reverend says, worship the good old Lord. Yes,
Tell me about the Reverend. Who is this unsavory fella?
All right. Pony Mitchell decides to answer this one question for you because you really did scare the bejesus out of him. This is the Reverend Louis Devlin. Reverend Louis Devlin has got, a really close relationship with the mayor of this town.
Oh, Mr. Bones Malone?
Bones Malone.
Oh, Bones Malone is actually the one that ordered the hit on you, I believe.
Of course he was behind this.
Oh,
I should have
disgusting
known it
man.
all along.
Really?
No, how do we know that you won't be coming back for us if we let you go?
We promise. You just gotta take our word for it. We promise we're not gonna come after you. We gotta go patch up our boy.
I could hurt him some more.
No, please, that's my baby brother. Please, no. If you want some kind of insurance to make sure that we don't come calling for you later on, I'm sure that we can arrange that. Personally, I'd like to take some of this whiskey here, for example. We can just let it all slide under the rug. We take some whiskey, you take some whiskey. You have each other's backs, right? We got a little dirt on each other, and then we just never talk about this again. How does that sound?
How about you give me the address of your mom's house and I'll deliver the whiskey personally?
My mom's house? You want to go to Ma's house? Please, no.
I promise.
Wait, why do you want to meet my ma?
Well, Let's call this a little insurance.
I don't know. We live just down that road over there, over yonder, and turn right at that lone tree. Just do what you gotta do, but please don't hurt my ma, and we'll get out of your way. You've made a show of yourselves here, and we know which side to be on, and it's not the reverends. Listen, please, please forgive me. It's the reverend and the mayor. They're the ones behind this, not us.
All right. How about you hurry on over to your mama's house and we'll meet you real soon.
Come on, boys. Let's get out of here. Skedaddle. Now you guys are left here alone with these wagons, and there's still somebody screaming like a damsel in distress, but it seems like there's nothing for it. She goes, "What's going on? Why were there gunshots?"
From one classy lady to another, do not worry your sweet little heart about this no more. We've chased those bad guys away.
Are you my saviors? In order to convince her to calm down and be on your side, you're gonna need to do a swindle roll.
Oh, I would like to do a swindle roll.
All right,
Hey, we're here to save you. It's okay now. Calm down, pretty lady. And I look directly into her eyes and back her into a wall.
Oh.
And
my.
and slam my arm against her back wall, and I look into her eyes. Calm down. It's okay
My
now.
goodness.
I'm blushing just watching this sight.
I do not know if the Lord allows this.
Just leave it to us, little lady. We got this.
I'm sorry. I am married. My goodness.
I was married once too.
I could never betray my beloved. Besides, I was on a bit of an excursion to deliver this whiskey here to the Reverend, who's been so very good to my husband. And you know,
Who's your husband?
The Reverend Louis Devlin is the entire reason that my husband won the seat as mayor of the town.
Excuse me!
Her husband is
Mr. Bones Malone!
I'm not interested in being enemies.
From one lady to another. Rizless Beta Bones Malone!
Or Calliope, you could weigh in. What are your thoughts on this? I don't know how to love.
I'm remembering!
And we should meet up with Dumbleweed.